One of my earliest memories is of trying to wake up one of my relatives and not being able to, and I didn't understand why then, but as I got older, I realized we had addiction in my family. And like a lot of people in that position, I was kind of a mixture of emotions. I started with these questions: what causes addiction? What are different places doing about it? So I ended up going on this really big journey all over the world. I ended up traveling over 30,000 miles, going to 17 different countries. I wanted to go to the places that had the harshest policies on drugs, places that had the most loving policies on drugs. And yeah, I think I actually did find the answers to the mysteries that I was interested in. The addiction treatment model in the United States is deeply broken, profoundly dysfunctional in all sorts of ways. It seems to me literally mad, the idea that you would respond to someone relapsing an addiction by saying, well, therefore we can't help you. It's not a coincidence the United States has one of the most vicious, aggressive wars on drugs anywhere in the world, and has the highest death rates for people with addiction problems of anywhere in the world. And that the places that I went to that abandoned the war on drugs, that either decriminalized or legalized, and spent the money instead on helping people, like Portugal and Switzerland, have extremely low levels of overdose deaths, massive levels of recovery from addiction, much lower levels of HIV transmission, all sorts of massively positive improvements. In fact, if you look at the best evidence and you interview the leading scientists in the world as I did, what you learn is the best science in the world shows that what works is love and compassion and connection. At some point, we had to stop copying the places that have failed when it comes to drugs and start copying the places that have succeeded. One of the things I admire about Above and Beyond is that this is a place that's really moving beyond as the title suggests, the broken addiction treatment model that exists in most of the United States. I think what they're doing here is telling a story about trauma that's all about resilience and overcoming, right? And I think it's much easier for people to talk about trauma if they realize that's the story. It's not, hey, cut open your wounds and display them for us. It's together we can overcome these things and become stronger and better and more empathetic people. So I think it's partly about opening up the conversation. It's also about opening up the conversation in the right way to say, well, we'll meet you where you are, right? We'll treat you with love and compassion, whatever stage you're at, right? It's a very important shift in perspective from the standard addiction treatment model in this country. One of the things you see here is people who've been deeply alone and cut off and lonely, forming a tribe again, forming a group. This is the single most important thing human beings can do, right? To be part of something, to feel that you see people and they see you. This is what we need. The opposite of addiction is not sobriety, important though that is to many people. The opposite of addiction is connection.